Hello, welcome to this new video. Serum 2 just dropped today and the EDM scene is exploding. Everyone who's making music wants to get their hand onto this new power machine. And in this little video, I want to show you all the new features really quick. And then I will also play the little song idea I've started with Serum 2. Almost, yeah, not almost, all the sounds I've made in this little demo I will play later. I made with Serum and I will also show how I made these sounds. But yeah, let me first explain what's new. So we have 3 oscillators now, and we have 2 filters. You basically decide if oscillator 1 is just going to be affected by filter 1 or filter 2 as well. They run in parallel, I guess. This is what I've seen so far. Also, besides the wavetable generators, there's also a multi-sample section, which is for instruments, I guess. A sample section where you can just import samples and use it as a sampler. Then we have a granular section, which is insane. I will show you an example later. And then we have a spectral section, which is also quite insane, which also comes with spectral warping algorithms, which you can see right here. Lots of stuff. Also, there's LFOs, 6 in total right now. I think if you add multiple, there will even be more than 6, maybe 8 again, like in Serum 1. And the cool thing about the LFOs is that you can now select chaos modulation, chaos lowers and chaos Rossler, which is basically just a randomized LFO in the end. We have 8 macros, envelopes, yeah, now 4 in total. Also, you can set the grid to BPM now instead of milliseconds, which is also quite cool, I think. And there's also phase modulation in the warping algorithms as well. You can distort within the wavetable. There's also new distortion units. We have new filters, like for example the VSP DJ mixer diffuser, which is basically a disperser, which is insane. We also have new effects, for example boat, and where's the other one? Convolve is a convolver, and boat is basically a frequency shifter with some stereo witness controls, a delay, and some blurring, which kind of sounded like an MP3 file thing. Also, we have a mid and side processing splitter unit where you can decide whether effects should just affect the mid signal or the side signal. The same also applies to the low frequencies, mid frequencies, and high frequencies, which you can also import, which would look like this. Pretty dope stuff here. Also, many effects got some new features, and there's also custom effects which you can load in, or custom effect presets, like big bass for the chorus, for example, or for the convolver, better. Just some stock presets right away. Also, there's plenty of other presets, new factory content, loads of stuff. Really, there's so much stuff you can now try and start immediately with some good sounding sounds. You can also still use your Serum 1 presets. These are still available, which is so sick. Also regarding the capacity, well, not the capacity, the CPU workload, it kind of worked fine for me, although you have to watch out. The spectral, the granular unit kind of pulls a lot. We can see that later. Also, there's tons of hidden stuff. For example, like the arpeggiator down here, an entire sequencer basically, which also has some nice features like the ableton arpeggiator, for example. Also, there's this entire new MIDI feature, which I haven't understood yet, but I hope someone is going to make a video about that. This is basically like the FL piano roll. This is insane. You can write entire songs here. And there's also this new mixer thing where you can see all the effects right away, and you can create buses like in Ableton when you want to create groups. This is really sick. You see all the effects listed up here, and there's also the sub oscillator, which also has the curse pitch now, which is great for pitch envelopes, for example. And there's still so much other stuff which I can't feature in this short video. This is just the most obvious things which are new. But now let me play this little song I've made with it on stream. If you want to see how I made these sounds, just watch my stream, which I pin at the end of the video and in the comments. Let me play it first, and then I will show you the sounds.
At the end, I can see that you believe can feel the light in me. Watch you learn, and I know we'll change forever. And at last, you will find the answers here.
I'm sorry, there will no drop yet. We will do that tomorrow on stream again. If you don't want to miss how I do the drop, tune in tomorrow's stream. But yeah, I haven't had that much time to work on an entire drop, and I didn't want to push things too quickly. So let's start first. We have this cool reese bass. And as you can see here, you can stack the same effect multiple times. And I've also used the chaos modulation here to just create some natural movement within the reese bass. It's basically saw waves. Also modulated the distortion. But yeah, the visual feedback is insane. It looks so good. I think many people will love it. But this is quite a simple sound. Then we have one of the more interesting sounds, which relies on the granular unit. I've just put in a synth loop by riot, and as you can hear, it sounds so beautiful. And I've used the convolver, the delay, and also the mid and side splitter in order to get some delay just on the high signal. Also added some distortion and some compression. I added some more delay later on. But yeah, this is a game changer. Next we have this really cool chord sound, which is basically this 4 partials or combos wavetable being made into a plug. A simple cutoff modulation here. And the new filter type, the diffuser, which basically is like a disperser from the Kilohearts company. Some distortion, some compression. The cool thing about the compressor is that you can now also decide the crossfade when the lows are being affected or when the highs are being affected. So you can set the range between the mids, the highs, and the lows, basically. Really sick. This is being layered with a different chord stack. Just some wavetables which are being modulated in a random way, so they sound different every time, but just in a really subtle way. Also some effects, the convolver, hyperdimension, delay, reverb, and compression. And the reverb also comes with new types. Plate, Hall, these are the ones we already had before. And then the new ones are vintage, nitros, and basin. There's also a bass I made. I haven't used this one yet. And we are using the convolver again with an impulse response in G minor. So really nice sound. Then we have another reese bass. Some more modulation going on. Basically like the first one. And a little arpeggio I've made. And I've also utilized this new arpeggio unit right here. Has some effects, convolver, delay, filter, and reverb. And I've also imported some cool vocals. This sounds really interesting now. Let me get rid of the distortion really quick. This is basically the spectral unit now. And I've imported the vocal into this unit. And I selected the smear algorithm and put the scanning down. So it's playing the vocal backwards, basically. And you can also add a spectral gate. And I've rendered these vocals out of it for the build-up. And also this plug is playing in the background. And I also notice that I have to make sure the subs are not clashing with the reese bass, for example. But yeah, tomorrow we will do another stream. And I will work on a drop idea for this new song idea. We just started with Serum 2. I hope you enjoyed this little video. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. And yeah, see you in the next video or in the next live stream. Have a great day and good night.